Global War 36 enthusiast here with Operation Big Red 1, turn 8.4, Japan. It is January 1940. Japan has 2 tech rolls. First, I tried for improved construction at a 7 or higher. PB generated an 8, so I succeeded. Advanced to stage 3. Second, I tried for large ship construction at an 8 or higher. PB generated a 1, so I failed. Purchases. Japan has 47 IPP to spend. I will upgrade 2 militia to infantry for 4, 1 militia for 2, that's 6, 4 infantry for 12, that's 18, 2 marines for 8, that's 26, 1 artillery for 4, that's 30, 1 medium bomber for 11, that's 41, and then I'll advance one of the battleships 1 stage for 6, that's 47. Got a little bit of housekeeping. There was an attack here in Shikang, but Panzer J didn't have that militia that starts there at the beginning of the game. So when Sergeant Shellhole attacked, he didn't realize there was a militia there. We PBE'd the first 2 rounds of the militia, and it missed with, I think it was an 11 and a 4. And so at that point, and in that second round, the defending infantry hit. So at that point, it was 1 infantry at 1 and 1 cavalry at 2, attacking 1 militia at 4 and 1 militia at 2 and 1 infantry at 4. So it would probably make most sense for Sergeant Shellhole to retreat, but we've left that up to him. If he wants to continue the battle, we can. We'll just PB it out. So that's the situation there. Combat movement. I reached out to Boston Bruce about enticing him to declare war. I went over these moves. What I'm going to do is move 1 ship at a time past his coastal artillery and ask him if he wants to declare war. It's not very enticing for him to do that because he only gets 1 shot. If I moved everything all at once, then he could declare war and he'd get 3 shots. And in fact, he'd get to pick what the 3 ships are. But by me just going through, we're at peace, I'm moving 1 ship by, 1 at a time, and asking him if he wants to declare war, that was not enticing to him to declare war. So I'm moving 1 destroyer past, and he didn't declare war. Then I move another empty destroyer past, he didn't declare war. Then I moved 1 naval transport through, again, and 1 other one, and he didn't declare, and another one, and he didn't declare, and a 4th one, and he didn't declare. At this moment, then I do declare war on both. Well, it's funny because I've already moved my board. I've already moved my production chart to 63 because I was intending to declare war on America. I suppose I could roll 5 ones. I'm just gonna roll and see what happens. Hypothetically, there's some insanely low roll that Panzer J makes for USA. This is a 5d12. Okay, so yeah, it was right that I only needed 19, and I thought with 5d12 he'd go there. So let me make some adjustments on the board. So Japan does have access to resources, and America does have home country. I think those are the changes that are made. Could be wrong. Oh, I don't have Hope yet, so we'll see about that. Okay, so I'm going to surprise strike Lower Egypt. Let's look at some other combat movement. From Rihi, 1 cavalry will move 2 spaces to Hope. From Suyan, 4 infantry and a mountain infantry will attack Hope. From Shangtung, well, those guys are not facing a river penalty from Suyan or Rihi, but from Shangtung, 4 infantry are going to attack Hope, and they do face a river penalty. So there's that battle. Let's see what's next. Okay, from Kyushu, one destroyer is going to leave port with a Marine. So that's here. That destroyer is going to leave port carrying a Marine, and then it's going to go 1 to P-32, 2 to P-41, 3 to P-50. Yeah, P-50, that's all I need to do. Make it to P-50. So that destroyer will come down here, drop off one Marine in Sarawak. And that's a walk-on, that's worth 1. So Japan will go to 41. And FEC will drop to 13. Okay, next, this torpedo boat destroyer in Kyushu will leave port to P-15, and then it will move to P-36 to engage this destroyer. From Nanking, one naval transport will leave port to P-14. It will move over to P-15. It'll pick up the 2 infantry from Kyushu. Then it'll move 1, 2, so that's its move of 3 to get to P-41. And it'll drop off 1 infantry in Hong Kong. Let's put this marker there. That's worth 2. And it will move drop the other one off in Luzon and the Visayas to conduct an amphibious assault. So, Hong Kong is worth 2, so that puts me up to 43, drops FEC to 11. Let me consult my notes here. Okay, from C-Zone P-32, there's a destroyer sitting there already. It will move up 1 to P-15, pick up the Marine, 2 to P-32, 3 to P-41, and it will drop off that Marine in Luzon in the Visayas to conduct an amphibious assault. I'm actually going to do some convoy raiding before I roll for that battle so that I get a chance to get the American line before it closes, assuming I do win that battle in Luzon, the Visayas, with only 2 units. P-50, the 2 battleships, will provide shore bombardment to Luzon and the Visayas, so those 2 guys will bombard into Luzon and the Visayas. Okay, from Okinawa, the seaplane will just fly out 1, 2 to P-43, so 1, 2, hit the naval transport, auto-kill it, and then fly back to Okinawa. From C-Zone P-42, this coastal sub and fleet sub, or regular sub, will just move over here and perform convoy raiding in P-50, those 2. In P-59, this coastal sub will convoy raid the Anzac line. In P-44, this sub will move to join the battle in P-36. So 1, 2, 3, and in P-45, this sub will join the battle. So those 3 units will try to kill that American destroyer. From Siam, 1 infantry will move into Burma. So that is 1 up for Japan to 44, and 1 down for FEC to 10. From Siam, 1 infantry and 1 artillery will go down to attack British Malaya. These 2 fighters from Sumatra will hit British Malaya, and then they will land in Kwangtung. So it'll be those 4 units versus the 2 militia. And then finally, I've got these, all those naval units, which I'm going to represent with this task force marker, which is 2 fleet carriers, 1 light carrier with 3 tacticals and 2 fighters, 1 battlecruiser, 4 heavy cruisers, 2 destroyers, 4 naval transports. So these guys have a capacity of 10, 4 naval transports plus the 2 destroyers. They will pick up 3 infantry, 6 marines, and an artillery. That's the 10. And then all of them will move to Sea Zone I-7, where they will join this destroyer with a marine. And then all of them will move to I-4, where Boston Bruce could decide to engage with his coastal sub. Bruce, if you do want to engage, just let me know. We'll PBE it. Then the fleet moves to I-5. All I ask, Bruce, is that you, before you see the results of the Lower Egypt battle, you make the decision about this sub. Does that make sense? Because if it turns out that I just barely take it or something, you might decide to do the sub. So just decide now here in the video and send us a thing about what you want to do with that coastal sub. And then I'm going to drop off all 11 units because there's 7 Marines, right? I've got the 6 that came from Siam and the 1 that was starting in I-7. And then I've got the 3 infantry and then artillery. So I got 11 land units. I'll bombard with the battlecruiser and the 4 heavy cruisers and then the 5 first strike aircraft. And I believe, let me just double check my notes. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I think that's everything. So let's do the Hope battle. So I have 4 at 1 because I've got 4 infantry across river. Ah, got a hit, that's nice. And then I've got 5 at 2 because I've got 4 infantry and a mountain infantry not crossing river. Another hit, and then I've got my cavalry at 3. Miss. So I got 2 hits. He's got 1 at 2 with his militia. Miss, and 2 at 4 with his infantry. Oh, miss. That's great. So he's got 1 infantry left. I have, I don't have any at 1. I have 9 at 2. Is that right? Yeah, 9 at 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. This is my 8 Marines, or 8 infantry and 1 mountain. Oh, shoot. I thought I was going to hit there. And then 1 at 2. 3. This is the cavalry. Huh? Missed. Okay, he's got the infantry at 4. Miss. Jeez, I got lucky. Okay, 9 at 2. Come on, just give me a hit. There we go. I got the hit, and then he's got the 1 at 4. Yep. Well, I think he rolled, how many times? Did he roll 4 times and he got a hit? So, doing some attrition warfare with the CCP, back and forth. So the CCP loses 2 infantry and a cavalry. I lose an infantry. So I take it with 7 infantry, 1 mountain infantry, and 1 cavalry. And Hope is worth 1, but it's got that bonus income for me, which is another 1. So let's get that. I'm going to move Japan up to 45 and move CCP down to 2. All right. That was my Hope battle. Now let's see, what else do I have on? What's the next order that I want to do this? I want to do the destroyer. So 1 torpedo boat destroyer at 2. Miss, and 2 subs at 3. Would have been nice to get one of those subs to hit. Miss, and he's got the 1 at 4. Ooh, okay, so I got 2 at 3. Miss, 1 at 4. Miss, 2 at 3. Hit, 1 at 4. Okay, good. So I lost the torpedo boat destroyer, he lost the destroyer. Attrition war there. Next, I'm going to do the convoy rating. Let's do P50 first. So I'll do my coastal sub, which has a +1. So the red is the attacker. Oof. Awesome. 6 minus 1, 5. I did 5 points of damage. I wonder what the max is. I can do 3 to America. I'm definitely going to do that. I'll do 1 to FEC and 1 to Anzac. So there's only 1 Anzac point left there in C-Zone P50, if I'm right. 3 off the Americans, 1 off that FEC line, and 1 off the Anzac line. Okay, so America, I have them with 45. So, or I'm sorry, I have the, 45 minus 3, so 42. America has 42. Anzac drops from 9 to 8. FEC drops from 17 to 16. And I've got 2 more convoy raids. One is a fleet sub, so I get a +2. Red is the attacker. Okay, so that destroys a max of 6. I don't need to do the other convoy raid because I've taken 2 off the Anzac line, and that's the most I can do. So Anzac drops to 7. Alrighty. Now let's do, now I can do Luzon and the Visayas. This is key for me to get one of these battleship bombardments. Shoot, did not. And these guys are at 1. This is gonna be bad. 2 at 1, is there any miracle that could occur? Nope, and he's got 1 at 2. I can't retreat, 2 at 1. 1 at 2, dang it. 2 at 1. Nope, 1 at 2. 2 at 1. Jesus, 1 at 2. Ugh, 1 at 1. 1 at 2. 1 at 1. 1 at 2. 1 at 1. Hit. 1 at 2. Ooh, yes! Oh my God, was that lucky? Okay, so I do take it with a Marine. Oh my God. Well, that was putting a lot of weight on the bombardments, and when that failed, then that was... Okay, so that puts me up to 46, and it drops America to 62. And, okay, so I do have Hope, and I do have Luzon and the Visayas. All right, now we do British Malaya. I'd really like to hit with my first strike artillery. Let me double check. British Malaya, 1 first strike at 2 versus 2 first strikes at 5. Miss, dang it, 2 at 5. Okay, that was really good. I've got 1 at 2, which is my boosted infantry, and then I've got the 2 fighters. Miss, 2 fighters, come on, 2 hits. Yes, great, and then he's got 2 at 2. Hopefully he doesn't hit twice. 2 at, no, it's 2 at 4 because he's in a fort. Ooh, okay, 1 hit. So I will lose an infantry. Let's have, I take it with an artillery, and that's worth 2. Go up to 48 with Japan, drop to 8 with FEC. Oh, and that gives me the bonus of British Malaya. Oh, it also gives me Asia for Asians. So let's go over here to British Malaya. I'm going to put in air base and a miner factory in British Malaya. All right, now the huge battle. All right, first is bombardments. So I've got 1 at 3 and then 4 at 2 with my battle cruiser and heavy cruisers. Hopefully get 1. That sucks. Okay. Not an auspicious beginning. I've got 2 fighters and 3 tacticals. Okay, well. Oh, and I did get a 2, so that's that will knock him down to only 2. I have to change my PBE here. Just a second. Okay, I had PBE set up, teed up to do 3 or 9 anti-aircraft, but it's only going to be 6 anti-aircraft. So I got 3 hits. He'll lose 2. His 2 ghost militia he'll lose, and 1 anti-aircraft artillery. He doesn't want to lose another. He doesn't want to take the anti-aircraft with these first strikes. So let's PBE his first strikes, or his anti-aircraft. Okay, perfectly average. He got 1 hit because he's got 6 rolls at 2, so he should get one hit. He rolled a 3, a 3, a 4, a 7, a 1, and a 4. So I'm going to lose a fighter. Okay. I've got a bunch of stuff at 1. Let's see, I've got 7 Marines and 3. I've got 10 at 1. Because I don't get the artillery boost till next round. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 at 1. It'd be nice to get 1. Ooh, it'd be really nice to get 3. Okay, that's great. So here he will take the anti-aircraft artillery and the last militia, but that one militia does get to fire. That's my first round. That was great. All right, he's got 1 at 1 because that militia gets dropped to a 1. Miss. And then he's got 8 at 3. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 at 3. Only 1. Wow, geez. All right, so I have to lose a Marine. But I can now unload the anti-aircraft artillery. So things are looking, I hate to jinx myself, but things are looking good. So I've got 10 land units, 4 planes versus the 8 remaining infantry. But now his infantry jump up to 4s. They're not at 3 anymore. I don't have my first strike stuff anymore. So those guys, I can boost 1 infantry to 2. So I'll have 2 at 2 and 8 at 1. 2, 4, 6, 8 at 1. Be nice to get it 1. But I did get super lucky last time, so yeah, okay, none. I can't complain. And then I've got 2 at 2, because the artillery and the boosted guy miss. And then 3 tacks and a fighter. 3 hits, awesome. Okay, I'll take that. So that drops him to 5 remaining infantry. He's got 8 at 4. Two hits. Okay, so I will lose 2 infantry. Okay, so now it's 1 infantry, 6 Marines, and an artillery versus 5 infantry. So I have 6 unboosted, and then the 2 at 2. 2, 4, 6. 6 at 1. Nothing. And 2 at 2. 1 hit, and then the aircraft. Okay, that destroys, that kills him. Okay, so he's got 5 at 4. 2, 4, 5. 2 hits. So I have to lose a Marine. So I'll take it with just 5 Marines. That's worth 1, and that comes off Britain. Oh, I'm sorry, I said I take it with 5 Marines. I take it with 5 Marines and an artillery. I wonder if I should take it with 6 Marines instead. Hold on. Let's bring this over here. What should I... Well, let's up the British, or up the Japanese to 49, knock the British down to 21. Also, we take away Sun Never Sets. And we take away FEC and British, what do you call that? Bonus income. Okay, sorry, I'm thinking here. What was I talking about? Sun Never Sets, yeah, Sun Never Sets. Take that one off. All right. Okay, we've got to do disposition of these ships. This would be really huge to get this battleship. Okay, battleship, I think I get it on a 10 or higher. 9! Nope. Okay, scuttled. Then the heavy cruiser. Nope, scuttled. Is it a light cruiser? Yeah, light cruiser. Scuttled. Destroyer. Ah! Oh, God! Oh, my God, that's bad. I just don't know exactly. Oh, I see this was Washington, D.C. that it hit. I was like, I don't know where it hit. Well, that's where all these units were. Sorry for taking a moment to get myself sorted. Okay, but I don't think I rolled for the destroyer. I think I dropped it. Here's what the destroyer is. Nope. God dang it. And then naval transport. I wouldn't mind a naval transport. Hey, okay. Well, you know, I should have gotten 25%, and I basically did. I was really lusting after the battleship. Okay, so those ships are destroyed. I need to get out a Japanese naval transport. All right. Yeah, I decided I was going to take it with the 5 Marines and the artillery. That's what I stuck with. All those ships are in I-5. I think that's it for my combat movement, but let me double check if there's something I'm missing. Nope, I think that's it. I don't have much non-combat movement because I basically moved almost everything, but I am going to move 2 infantry from Hunan into Kwangtung. And I'm going to, oh yeah, the 2 fighters land that came from British Malaya land in Kwangtung. I should get a task force marker card for that. From P50, C-Zone P50, I am going to have 1 light cruiser and 1 torpedo boat destroyer move up 1 space to right here, to P41. So P41 has a light cruiser, a destroyer, torpedo boat destroyer, and a transport. From Tokyo, 1 infantry will strategic rail move to Kyushu. Back to P50, 1 naval transport that I didn't do anything with will move up to C-Zone P15 and then go in port in Kyushu. That was in Nanking, if I remember right. I think that's it for my non-combat movement. Placement of units. In Rihi, I'll put in artillery. In Tokyo, I'll put an infantry. In Kyushu, I'll put 3 infantry and 2 Marines. In Tokyo, I'll also put medium bomber. I will advance one of my battleships to stage 2. So I've got one at stage 3 and one at stage 2. Now I've got 2 militia upgrades and a militia. So one militia upgrade militia, a MUM, will go in Kwangtung. So I'll add another infantry there. And one militia upgrade will go in Siam. Okay. Okay, collect income. I'm at 49. Plus, I have all 6 of the Chinese bonus income, plus British Malaya, Borneo, Java, Luzon, and Visayas. So that's 8 plus 6, 14, plus 49, 63. Is there anything I'm missing? 63. Did I do my math wrong? I've got British Malaya, Borneo, Java, Luzon, Visayas, 8, and then 6, 14, 63. I think that's correct. So, correct me if I'm wrong. These long turns, your brain gets fried. I'm just hoping it'd be amazing if I did